I like the earthiness. Yes, let's go. All right.
Mm.
Hey, girl.
Hi.
What's going on with you today, twin?
Not a whole lot other than being happy and joyous.
I know that's right, girl. Today was a great day. I tell you, I have released so much lately, girl.
We got to take a moment for the release.
You hear me? Because sometimes it's like, yo, is this really happening? But I promise you, every level of release, I feel lighter and lighter.
Mhm.
Girl, because some days we be so heavy.
Oh,
Ooh,
so heavy.
heavy
Spiritually,
spiritually.
physically,
Oh my,
mentally.
everything. Girl, and talk about heavy. Man, I was tripping that we were sharing our pictures and both of us had what we called our bigger stages.
Yeah.
Girl, oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I wonder how we get there.
How we get to where like that extra weight.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
because we're not being real with ourselves.
Mm. You know who I heard had gained weight? You remember her? Hold on. I'm about to play this song. Listen, because I
And let
know
me see
you
who this is.
remember. I know you remember her. Listen. Hold on. Listen. Wait till the beat drop.
Oh.
Promiscuous.
Cutest girl, Nelly
Yes.
Furtado.
Yes. You remember her?
Throwback, yes.
Girl, so why did I hear that she gained weight? Hold on, girl. I found a little article. I'm gonna read you a little bit of it.
Okay.
It says this is back in July of this year. People was talking about Nelly Furtado. 2024 weight gain has been a hot topic of discussion among fans and media outlets. The renowned singer songwriter, known for her hits like I'm Like a Bird, I'm Like a Bird. I forgot about that one, girl. And
Man, that would have been more
Promiscuous.
perfect.
Yes,
I'm
honey.
a bird.
Because I'm a bird too. Let's fly on
Yes.
out. Has been in
Yes.
the spotlight for her recent physical transformation. Many are curious about the reasons behind her weight gain and what it means for her future in the music industry. Oh, let's see. Oh, she was born in 78. She's a 70s baby. Let's go.
Okay, let's go.
Oh, okay. All right. What led to Nelly Furtado's weight gain? One may wonder, speculations. They said the reasons behind Furtado's weight gain could provide a deeper insight into her journey and the
Hmm.
challenges she may have faced.
Okay. Yes.
Is Nelly Furtado embracing body positivity? It says the concept of the body, of body positivity has gained momentum in recent years, promoting self acceptance and challenging unrealistic beauty standards.
Oh,
In the
good.
context of Nelly Furtado's 2024 weight gain, it's worth exploring whether her transformation signifies a shift towards embracing her body in a more positive light. The
Yes.
impact of societal pressures and the entertainment industry's standards may have influenced Furtado's relationship with her body, leading to a significant shift in her appearance. Wow.
Yeah. That
That
makes sense though.
that's yeah, and it's pretty
Yeah.
interesting. So it says Nelly Furtado's personal journey. Behind the glamorous facade of stardom lies the personal journey of an individual, complete with its share of highs and lows. Nelly
Mm.
Furtado's 2024 weight gain may serve as a symbol of her evolving relationship with self image and self care. Wow. The public's perception of celebrities often fails to capture the depth of their experiences, and it's important to acknowledge the human aspects behind the headlines. I wish I
Yeah.
could share these pictures. I might have to cut and put it in between somewhere, but it shows like pictures of her in 2009, and the pictures that I'm seeing, like she looks good, like she has a slim little figure, she's in a little black
Yeah.
piece and everything. But then in 2014, she looks good. Like she's
Mhm.
just thick, baby, with the QUE. Like that's it. That's what I see is a little thick
Right.
thing. That's
Yeah.
it. Then they have another one. She's in white and she's just thick, but baby, she is happy. Like the smile that I see from
Glowing.
2001 to the smile I see in 2015, it's a different smile.
Mm.
It is definitely a different smile. Like her eyes in 2001, it doesn't have the same shine as it does in 2015. Not saying she wasn't happy, but baby, she
Right.
looked very much happier in her weight gain stage.
Yes.
Up, and then they even have one in 2002. And I'm gonna figure out a way to splash these in so people can see.
Yeah.
2002 and then 2010, she's in a black number and she looks more happy.
Yeah.
Wow. So she really looks happier. And this came from the Week Journal, is what I'm reading from. And it was published in July 15th of 2024. But girl, she looks happier with her weight gain. What's your thoughts on that? When you had your weight gain, were you happier or were you unhappy?
For me,
Mhm.
I was unhappy. It
Mm,
was a hard time in life, and I honestly wasn't even looking in the mirror. I didn't know who I was. Um,
wow.
it was years later that I realized that I was unhappy, and I had a friend tell me that my weight gain had a lot to do with my inner peace and me being happy. So, like, one day it just all clicked, and it
Mm-hmm.
was like, oh, wait, you don't want to be this weight. You're not happy in this weight, in this
Right.
body. And it's
Right.
not because of how I looked. It was more because of how I felt.
Okay. Talk about that for me.
Yeah. So, like, um feeling unseen sometimes can
Mm-hmm.
cause you to just keep doing whatever you're doing. Um yeah, that's major, is feeling
Yeah.
unseen.
Yeah.
Um and then when you come out of it and you start to be happier and you begin to not hide, because some of weight gain is hiding for me.
Yeah.
Because I don't have to, like, I can just say, "Oh, I do that because well, I used the word fat when I was
Mm-hmm.
referring to myself. I would just
Hmm.
say, I do that because 'cause I'm fat," like, and it
Yeah.
was an excuse for me
Yeah.
not to try to do anything to better myself health-wise, physically, mentally, and emotionally. So,
Gotcha.
yeah, yeah.
I feel
Tell me
that.
about yours.
So I had a couple of levels of weight gain. My first was when I first moved down to the South, and I literally was just eating. And it was my first weight gain. I want to say it was just genuinely me being happy. Like I was happy that I had relocated,
Mhm.
happy that I was in a new place, meeting new people.
Yeah.
Um, but then when I realized I had gained weight, like I didn't realize, I was like you, I wasn't really looking in the mirror. I was just going, you know what I mean? But
Mhm.
then I started feeling it. And as much as I wanted to be thicker, because growing up and people teasing you about being skinny,
Yeah.
I
Oh.
did have some body image issues. And so it's like I wanted that thickness, but then it felt weird. So
Mhm.
then I was like, okay, maybe if I just tone it so that I look a little bit different, thick in the right places, wanted to be like,
Right.
get that perfect little slim thick. And,
Mhm.
it worked. And then my mom passed. And when
Mm.
mommy passed, then it was a grief filled weight gain.
Mhm.
I wasn't happy. That second week, I wasn't happy, girl. And in my
I
pictures, like
felt
if you
that.
see it, people be like, girl, you can't tell me you wasn't happy because I was smiling, but it was some tears behind them
Same,
smiles.
same.
Um, I literally had, because I was doing better. I was losing weight. I was looking good. I was finally at
Mhm.
what I thought my perfect little slim thick size. And then I started gaining weight again. And I just was not happy in that weight gain, to the point where Um, to get that weight gain off, girl, I got surgery.
Wow, you surgically removed that.
hmm I
You
did. I
didn't.
did.
You
I
didn't.
did. A lot of people
Okay.
probably didn't even, I mean, the people that know me knew it, but it was a gradual. The people didn't know because I was slim. So I had the
Mhm.
capability of slimming back down, but this weight was so unhappy, it stuck.
Mhm.
And
And
I was like,
heavy,
yes.
literally heavy.
Yes, yes. And I was just like, oh no, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing
Yeah.
this with this weight. So I had an opportunity to take it off surgically and that's what I did. And so now like, I still have weight on me, but I like the way it looks right now. I like the way it
Yeah.
looks.
I have to love who you are, where you are in your
Yeah.
journey, because we're gonna all be in different places at different times. And
Mhm.
like it's a beautiful thing for you to look in yourself where you are today and be happy with that and
Right.
be okay with that and accepting of yourself. So
Yes.
like I love that that's the stage you're in right now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's like when I look at the Nelly Furtado pictures, it's like I see both sides. Like I could see how her weight gain made her happy. Like she could be
Yeah,
in a happy place and it's just like eh, we as women, when we age anyway, we start gaining weight. And
absolutely.
it's like, are you gonna
Absolutely.
embrace that weight gain or are you not gonna embrace it? And I feel like
Hmm.
I have seen both sides. Like I've seen the side of embracing it, then I've seen the side of not embracing it to want it to look different to where, that caused me to make the decision to do the surgery. Would I
Right.
do the surgery again? Probably not, because I mean I've done surgery on my body twice. So
Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it stems from that low self-esteem though.
Right. Right.
And then it goes into something deeper because then it goes into that childhood trauma.
And then when you start pulling that out, that's a whole nother basket of we have to go down that road one day.
Yes, because you know what? A lot of people don't want to realize that. Because even that little girl, because even when you think about the rap songs, what's the line? Like a fat kid love cake.
Yes, yes. One of my things that I used to say when I was bigger was like a
Mm,
fat kid loves cake. And it was just like, let me get this triple cheeseburger because I'm fat. Why
right, right,
not? Might as
right,
well add another chin there.
right, right, right. Because it does get to the point where you like, who cares?
You eat
But
your emotions.
yes, yes, you could say that again. You eat
You
your
eat your
emotions.
emotions.
Girl,
Eat,
yes. Oh
eat,
my gosh. And then,
eat, eat.
okay, and then when you think about the little babies doing that though, what is
Hmm.
going through that baby's head to where they're like, it doesn't even matter, I'm just gonna eat.
Mm.
Why is the fat kid loving cake? We can really go there, but that's a rabbit hole. And I'm
That's
not
a whole rabbit hole.
a whole rabbit hole. But
We
why
go
is that baby loving that cake though?
right, right.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's some tea. Mm.
Why is it that we think that when babies are fat, they're healthy? That's another thing. Like everybody always want to say, "Oh, the fat baby, that's so healthy," and it's like, well, you should think about that.
Right, because
Not
what's so healthy about that? That is so true.
right, right.
Because if a baby is skinny, they be like, oh, you got to feed that baby. But that
Hmm.
baby could
I
just have
dealt with
a
that.
healthy metabolism. You
Hmm.
know what I mean? I dealt with that too. Like they
I
called me
dealt with that
olive
with both
oil.
my girls.
Really?
Olive oil. They called you olive oil?
Mm-hmm.
Literally, that was one of my nicknames.
Yeah,
Olive oil.
yeah.
What's some of the other nicknames? So some of the other ones that I was called like olive oil, skinny mini, of
Mm-hmm.
course,
Skinny mini,
bean
green
po,
pole. Mm-hmm.
Nasitol, no acetol, because I was skinny, I didn't have a big booty like
I
a lot of
mean,
girls did growing up. So that
right.
was another thing that's like the layers. But what's some of your names that you were called?
Girl, all of that. Then I was told I could hula hoop with a Cheerio.
Oh,
Girl, I will never forget that. I was so mad when somebody told me that I could hula hoop with a Cheerio.
so messed up.
Listen, but I'm gonna tell you one thing. I remember so when I grew up in the projects. And they were kind of cute though. So you couldn't tell me that I was in the projects because we had 3 floors in there, girl. It was a townhome if you ask me, honey. We was living life.
Nice, nice.
Right. So My mom met her best friend there, and they were like brand new when we first moved in. I, of course, started calling her TT, and she would always have all the neighborhood kids over to her house. And I remember crying out to her because me and her could talk. Me and her the same sign. She a Taurus too, and so me
Mhm.
and her could talk, and she would let me talk. You know what I mean? So I could go to her and I could be like, "Yo, TT, let me tell you." So I told her, I said, "These girls, they picking on me because I'm skinny." And TT taught me how to clap back because I didn't really know it that well. Like I knew it a little bit, but I didn't know it that well. She said the next time one of them girls say that you're skinny, you look at them and you tell them skinny is in and fat is out. Honey, I can't wait
Period.
to get the
Period.
period. I can't wait to get to
Period.
school to tell them girls that when the first one that said it out her mouth, I
Shut
clap back.
them down.
What?
Shut them
Skinny is
down.
in and fat is out, honey. And what
Mm.
my little that did give me a little bit of self-esteem about being skinny. It
Mhm.
definitely did, you know. Sometimes girls need that, but I don't feel
Yeah.
like we give that enough sometimes as black women because we're so busy with that
Mhm.
faux pas. Like, you know, most of my family was talking about how skinny I was. You know, I didn't
Yes.
have too many of my family like embrace your skinniness, girl, because I all the other women in my family was thick. So then it made me have that complex.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It did make
Exactly.
me want to be like, I gotta have a big butt. Just like the rest of the women in my family. Like,
Right.
I gotta be thick. Like, I want to be like the rest of them. And then it almost caused me to want to fit in because nobody was
Mhm.
really coming in telling me to embrace me how I was.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, because all I heard
Yeah.
was, "Oh, you too skinny."
Mhm. Not
That
only that, but, like, some of it is, like, femininity too, like, growing up when you're skinny and they say things like that to you and you're like, "Oh, well, if I don't have a big butt, then that means that I'm not as feminine as the females that are around me."
yes,
Or, um, then when you start to get into, like, getting a little bit older, it's like, "Am I desirable because 'cause I'm so skinny?" Like, it's
right.
so hard when
Mm-hmm.
in another industry, like the music industry or the, entertainment industry, like
Mm-hmm.
being as skinny as you can is like what they want. And you gain any weight and it's like, what are you doing?
Right. Right.
So
Right. Right.
crazy how we live in this time of this is good and this is good and they're both bad if you flip them on depending on where you are.
Right, because I definitely understand that because one of the things that helped me to embrace my skinniness too is my mother put me into modeling. Now, I will say like I don't want people to be like, "Oh, her mother wasn't encouraging." Oh no, my mama definitely was encouraging me too. So between my
Hmm.
mama and my
Mine's
TT,
too.
you know what I'm saying?
Mine's too.
Like I was
Yes.
able to embrace myself, but I took it upon myself to want to hide certain aspects because I was afraid that nobody would accept me because I didn't
Right.
accept myself. Big time.
Exactly.
And did I know how to
Point.
accept myself at that age? Probably not. You know what I mean? Because
Right.
what you see is all these other girls going through certain things, and then
Hmm.
you're not going through it. You know, I wanted big boobs. I ain't get them big boobs, honey. I had to eventually get them done too, because I was like, oh, I want some boobs, you know. But
Also, yeah. Also,
you know,
I just like when you're talking, I'm like, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And then like
mhm,
when you gain weight after being so skinny for so long, and you start to have the bigger boobs, the bigger butt, and it does make
yes,
you feel like you're more feminine because it's like you're softer, but like you can still be skinny and be soft. There's a song for
right,
that too. She got
yeah.
a little butt, so what?
Right, little booties matter, honey. Because I used to pop my
Little
little
booties
thing
matter.
thing to that song right there, "Little Booties
Yes.
Matter." But
Yeah.
it's like that is so true because you do look to gain weight. Like that's the reason why I wanted to
Mhm.
gain weight because I did come from women who had big boobs. They had the big booty. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
oldest cousin now, she still got that thing at 70 plus. You know, and I
Right.
like,
Right.
dang, she
Right.
still got that thing. It's
Da-dum,
still
da-dum.
banging back there. God, you
Yeah. Yeah.
you know, but that is looked at as being feminine because even if you go all the way back to, you know, Africa, the motherland, like, oh, them women is stacked. Them women is
They
thick.
are. They are.
You know,
They
so it's
are.
like, oh, they are the queens. Like we looking at them as those are the queens. So yeah, it can cause us to have some kind of
Mhm.
body dysmorphia because we feel like if you are not meeting a certain criteria, you are not feminine enough.
Enough.
You know, and
Right.
then some of these men who are supposed to be our kings do the same thing because they
Yeah.
idolize the women who have the big booties and the big boobs
Right.
and oh,
Right.
she's thick so then and you
Yeah.
feel a certain kind of way, like you in competition with these thick women,
Mhm.
and then some of them are falsely thick. Like I could be
Yeah.
part of that crew where people be like, "Oh, she's falsely thick because I did have surgery." So it's
Yeah.
like now here I am. Am I being feminine because of my surgery, or is it because of my healing?
Because of your healing.
Right? Because
Because
I
our
just really
bodies is one thing, but, like, when we add our spirituality into it at this stage in life, when you
Mhm.
really truly add your spirituality into it, weight has nothing to do with anything.
No, 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 not at all.
It's
Not at all.
all in that.
When I say not at all, because I promise you, twin, let me tell you something. I went through a period of stressfulness. After I had my surgery, I went through a period of stressfulness and I was small. So I went back to being skinny and I wasn't even that thick no more. So it's like, now what? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I might still have a little flat belly because that was the main thing because that belly was up. And I was like, oh no.
Okay,
Well,
okay.
that ain't what I want, but it's like, I still lost some of my thickness. So
Yeah.
then I had to just regain myself as myself. Like, this is me, and I had to accept my body. I mean, girl, to the point where one of my boobies is I call my boobies biggie small because one is smaller than the other because of the surgery, girl. But I had to
Right.
accept myself how I am
Okay.
now. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because I'm like, okay, this is my lesson. I wanted to change myself so much. But why I wanted to change myself because I had been so used to hiding. I hid for a long time. I hid when I was a little girl. I stuffed my bra. I wanted to
Me too.
fit in. Girl, hello. Wanted to fit
Yes.
in, but now it's like, why fit the mold when I'm breaking the
Mhm.
mold, baby? Because I
Yeah.
bagged them with the biggie smalls. I bagged them when I was a little bitty booty. So it's
Period.
like,
Period.
accept me for who I am. Whether
Accept me
you
for who
like
I
it
am.
or not, I'm
And
gonna
the
like
thing is, we expect other people to accept us for who we are, but then a lot of times we don't even accept ourselves for who we are. So, like, how do we expect other people to accept us for who we are if we're not accepting of ourselves for who we are?
that's the
Like,
thing right there.
yeah,
That's it. Like
yep.
we
Embrace who
want
you
the
are.
partner that, oh, I want my partner to love me for me, but are we loving me for me?
Right.
Are you really
Right.
loving
Because
you for you?
it makes a huge difference.
Right. Do you get up and love all of your flaws? Like I had started getting used to doing that for myself, like getting up and not just saying, "Oh girl, you're beautiful. Oh girl, you're amazing." Yes,
Hmm.
that
Hmm.
does help to uplift us. But what about the
Absolutely.
flaws? Like, girl, I love Biggie Smalls. Yes, look at your boob
Hmm.
on this side. It ain't as cute as the other.
That's what makes you
Together,
you.
it's me, and I
Hmm.
appreciate it. Ooh, girl, you got a little gap in your tooth. I love that little gap tooth smile. Like I
Yeah.
started accepting the things that people talked about that made me feel a certain kind of way. And the only
Hmm.
way it made me feel a certain kind of way is because I accepted it.
Right.
We don't have
Right.
to accept it. You know what I
You
mean?
don't. You don't. And when you know who you are,
Mm-hmm.
and you accept your flaws for just a flaw, not that that's going to change who you are energetically or as a person or as a human, because like flaws are going to happen, but like it's looking in the mirror and saying, oh, my belly is a little bit jiggly and I'm skinny, but I'm still accepting of that, and I'm
Right.
still beautiful because it's not my body that's the beauty, it's my soul that's beautiful.
That's it. That's
And
it.
focusing on that is so much more important.
And I say so much more important. And you know what? I feel like when you are authentically you,
Mm.
people are authentic with you.
Yes.
You get
Yes.
people opening up to you
You.
for who they are because
Mhm.
now you can tap into that. Like I kid you
Mhm.
not, I was volunteering and helping at a floral shop.
Mhm.
And I went to the store to get something and I saw popcorn balls. I will never forget it. Halloween, after clearance, and me, I love a good bargain, honey.
Mhm.
Let me get
Yes.
the 75% off, run me
Save
that.
us some dollars.
Right, run
Appreciate
me
you.
that. And so I brought it back and I said, "Hey, have you ever tried popcorn balls?" And that's authentically me. I love me some popcorn balls,
Yeah.
and these women, same age as me, 48 years old, never had a popcorn ball. And
You
they
wanna know
all,
something?
hmm?
I had never had a popcorn ball until I was at your house.
Oh, really? Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. But see, that's the kind of stuff that I love because that's authentically me. So
Mhm.
then I get to share an authentic moment of me with you.
Yes.
So now I've shared it with these women, shared it with you. Oh my God, I didn't know that. That makes it even more special.
It
These women
does.
were so happy. And then I got to see their inner child, like they had been missing something for all their life. Like,
Right.
what? This is what this tastes like? Oh my God. And so they're ready, like they tearing it up to the point where I went again to help them. And the girl was like, I would have bought some more. I would have bought the whole place out. Like, I love them. But that helped
Yes.
her tap into something inside that made her happy. And
Yeah.
all it took was me just being authentically me. I'm buying this half price off popcorn balls because they 75% off because that's me. I love a good
Yes.
little bargain. And
Yes.
then I'm gonna
Yes.
share it because that's me. I like to share sweet stuff. Baby, we all
Mhm.
can get candy
Food.
around me, boo. Okay.
Mhm. Look, we gonna make sure we eat when there's a tourist
What?
in the house. Hello.
Hello, because that's what we
And
love
eats
to do.
well.
That is my love language, baby. I wish so. Can we make that a love language? How come that ain't part of the doggone love languages?
Well,
Let's talk
it
about
is
it. Spill
now.
that
It
tea.
is now.
I
Mm.
know that's right. Shoot, they need to add that. That's a sixth one. Uh,
Or
what touch?
9, 'cause
What
it's
is
a lot
it?
of them.
Touch. What else? Acts of service.
Acts of service,
Food.
um, quality time,
Quality time. Food. Like
food. In between each one of them, it should be food,
food.
'cause for every gifts, food.
Food. That's my love language. You want to make me happy, baby? I'm gonna tell you the simplest way to make me happy. You go to Walmart and you look, because one thing I can say: men and children, they don't look.
They don't look.
They
They're
don't
never
look.
gonna look.
They don't look. They don't look. You got the. I mean, you got the GPS it.